In this video, I will show you the Kitchener stitch. This is a great stitch for finishing up the tips of sock toes or mittens. The Kitchener stitch is worked with a trimmed working yarn and a tapestry needle. I have a piece of round work here, and I want to close it off. I have split my remaining stitches equally on 2 needles. Notice the working yarn is coming from the needle in the back. First, you need to measure out the length of yarn that you need to work across your remaining stitches. You should leave about 4 times the length of your work, plus enough to weave in the ends. Now I'm just checking that I have the same number of stitches on both needles. Now thread the trimmed working yarn through the tapestry needle. There are 2 steps needed to set up the Kitchener stitch before doing the repeating steps. First, thread the needle through the first stitch on the front needle purlwise. Next, thread the needle through the first stitch on the back needle knitwise. Now we are ready for our repeating pattern. Step 1 is to thread the needle through the first stitch on the front needle knitwise and then slip the stitch off. Step 2 is to thread the needle through the now first stitch on the front needle purlwise. Step 3 is to thread the needle through the first stitch on the back needle purlwise and slip the stitch off. And finally, thread the needle through the now first stitch on the back needle knitwise and pull everything tight. Once again, our repeating steps are: on the front needle, you go through knitwise and then slip the stitch off. Then you go through the stitch purlwise. Then on the back needle, you go through purlwise, slip the stitch off, then go through knitwise and pull everything tight. Repeat these 4 steps until you get to the last 2 stitches. For the last 2 stitches, you simply thread the needle knitwise through the front stitch and slip it off, then purlwise through the back stitch and slip that stitch off, and finally pull everything nice and tight. Now you can see you have a pretty seamless finish over the top of your rounded work.